Why do you think Rodney's going to such lengths to deny it?
I don't know. We did have a bit of an argument last night, but I can't see how he could be that petty. Unless it was his uniform.
How on earth would they get it?
I don't know. Unless...
It's all right, I'm on time.
Most commendable. Let's take a little stroll, shall we?
Hope this won't take long.
I've decided you're doing so well, it's time to step up the operation.
In what way?
The hard stuff. The big H, heroin. I want it sold to anyone within a month of release. Top quality, low prices. I'm not interested in profit, just results.
The profits come later.
Get 'em hooked, you've got 'em for life. It's a simple philosophy, but very effective.
Not if they're thrown right back inside for trying to support their habit.
Not our girls. McDermott takes care of that, and very nicely, too.
Parlours.
We're doing 'em a favour. Keeps 'em off the streets and earning.
Yes, well, you've picked the wrong bunny, Parker, because there is no way that I will be party to running heroin.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
Look, I agreed to close my eyes to the cocaine, but that is it.
You agreed because you knew that if you didn't, I'd get your bikey friends to convince you. And I still can.
Yeah, well, you can threaten all you like. It's too risky trying to get heroin into Wentworth. You'd finish up losing even your coke trade.
Not with your help. I've got a lot of confidence in you, Ferguson. So much so I'm going to use you to recruit for me. You're going to set up a nice little network of bent screws right up the guts of the prison system. Between us, we're going to corner the market in everything from hard drugs to peanut butter. Now, let's see. You can start with that friend of yours at Blackmore. What's her name? Cynthia Leach.
There is no way that I am putting my head on the chopping block for you or anybody else.
But don't be hasty. Think about it.
I already have. There will be no heroin and no network. You find someone else.
I am very happy with my current employees. Now, you go and think about it. I'm sure you'll see it my way. Morgan, I want you to contact those bikies again.
She say no?
I think she'll do it. But you know me, rather be safe than sorry.
Oh, that's got to be it, Mrs. Reynolds.
But Delia, we're just surmising that that's
But
what
it's the
happened.
only
I haven't got
explanation.
any proof. That's not so easy to get in here.
Funny. I never thought I'd ever have to prove I was telling the truth.
Hard to take, isn't it? I'm afraid it's a fact of life in here. But you must believe that I'll do everything in my power to get that proof. Come in.
Good morning, Mrs. Reynolds.
I wish I could agree with you, McCormack. It's been reported to me that you've used an officer's uniform in one of your video dramas.
I don't know what you're talking about. We haven't made any dramas, have we, Nance?
Oh, we've taped actual events in the jail.
Yeah, there's plenty of drama in here. We don't have to make up any.
Just as my officers don't need to invent fictitious reports.
Who said we had a uniform, Mrs. Reynolds?
Well, why don't you take a look at the tapes we already done? They're all there. Lex didn't do a bad job out of Rick the other day with that stripping.
That's enough, Connors. Once, ladies, can't we have the truth, please? If either of you knows anything about this uniform, be honest with me, and I promise you that'll be the end of it. There'll be no charges.
Oh, that's real decent of you, Mrs. Reynolds, but if I got my hands on a uniform, I wouldn't be using it for no play.
All right, wait outside. Officer Radcliffe will take you back to your work areas. I finished with Connors and McCormack. Would you take them back, please? Thank you. We seem to have reached an impasse.
I told you what happened. What the women just said backs it up.
Oh, with respect,
It's all
Governor...
right, Delia. Frankly, I don't agree with your view of Delia's honesty. In fact, I went as far as to check with your supervisor, who doesn't seem to recall Delia playing any practical jokes on anyone.
Well, what I meant by that was
It
that...
was also possible for you to have changed the tapes yourself while you were on rounds.
Where would I have got the other tape from? It's ludicrous to suggest I had
If
anything
the
to...
women in any way persuaded or coerced you into giving them the uniform, I'd advise you to speak up now for your own good.
I don't want to sound disrespectful, Governor, but that's an outrageous assumption.
I don't think so. And I think you've got a lot of explaining to do.
You don't have one shred of evidence to support this
I
theory.
know people, and I know where they're digging themselves into a hole. Now, for the last time, what happened to that tape?
I told you, I know nothing about it.
Oh, Gran, I'm so glad to see you. I thought you'd never come.
Oh, Laurie, you know.
How's my little Zoe? Is she all right? Is she eating all the veggies? I know she doesn't like carrots, but if you tell her that it's Bunny's very favourite food, she'll eat all the vegetables.
Laurie, slow down and I'll tell you everything.
I'm sorry, Gran.
Oh, baby. Now, let's sit down and I'll catch my breath. Oh, that's better.
I'm sorry, Gran.
Well, of course she misses you. But she's been a very good girl. And she's got a new tooth.
A new tooth? Was she sick like last time?
No. One morning there it was. No trouble.
Oh, well, that's one I missed. But the tooth fairy still came all the same, didn't she?
Of course she did. But she doesn't seem to pay as much these days.
You all right, Gran? Is the money holding out okay?
We're managing, dear, really.
Well, what do you mean managing? I thought you said there was enough there to last until I go to court.
We're quite all right, believe me. But what about you? Now, how are you going? That's what I want to know.
Oh, there's no need to worry about me. I mean, some of the girls here are very nice. And Miss Ferguson's okay. I met her in Queensland. But, Gran, it's you and Zoe that I'm worried about. I know it mustn't be easy. If you need any cash, will you remember Joe? Because I know even though we've had a falling out, I'm sure he would help you in every...
Laurie...
Mum?
It's all right.
Mum? Mr. Jackson, quickly come! I think she's very sick.
It's all right, don't panic. Mrs. Wilkinson, I want you to blow out and then breathe in very slowly. That's right, come on. And again. And again. Right. Now, very slowly, we'll take your mother to see Sister Hall.
I'm sorry you feel that way, but I think I should take it up with your supervisor.
I understand. I only hope you'll be fair and put forward both sides.
Don't worry, I shall. Come in.
Sorry, Mrs. Reynolds. Sister asked me to get you. Wilkinson's mother's just had a bad turn.
Right. In the meantime, I expect the two of you to behave like professionals and not let any of this tension show in front of the women. Is that clear?
Of course.
Yes, Governor. Thank you.
I'll speak to you both later.
What's going on?
Tell you later. Stop it now. Just tell me why you did it.
Oh, give up, Delia. You don't have to keep the act up in front of me.
I don't have to keep the act up. Listen, mate, I don't know what sort of trick you're trying to pull, but you're making it 10 times worse for yourself. The governor doesn't believe you. Can't you get that through your thick head?
Oh, come on. She made a decision without a shred of evidence. I mean, how sexist can you get?
Sexist?
The only reason she took your word against mine, females sticking together.
Oh, I don't believe this. She's going to be all right, isn't she? All she did was run for the bus. I mean, that's what brought it on.
I really don't know. Sister shouldn't be long, though.
She's got to be all right. She has to. My poor Zoe, my poor Gran. What'll I do? Is she all right?
You can go in now.
I mean, she is going to be all right, isn't she?
I'm afraid she's a very sick woman. Sister contacted her doctor and they both agree she should go to hospital straight away.
No, she can't do that. She's taking care of Zoe until I get out. I mean, there won't be anyone to look after Zoe.
Welfare will find someone to look after her.
No! I'll put her in a home. I'm not having her go through that.
There may be no alternative. Your mother's much too ill to look after a young baby.
Can I see her?
Yes, of course. You'd supervise Mr. Jackson.
Right.
Gran.
I loved silly old Biddy, aren't I?